What's up everyone, Jun with the Sushi Man, and in this video, I'll teach you how to prepare ebi or shrimp for sushi. And I'll take you step by step from raw shrimp, show you how to cook it properly, and cut it correctly to use for nigiri sushi, or any other type of sushi. And preparing it on your own tastes much better compared to the pre-cooked ones that you may find at the store. So trust me, it'll be well worth it. Alright, without further ado, let's jump right in. Now, really quick before we move on, not sure if you guys knew this, but I have a newsletter that goes out every other week called the Sushi Man newsletter. I know, creative, right? It's a place where I share recipes, insider tips, exclusive offers, product recommendations, dad jokes, and a bunch more. It's also a place where I'm a lot more personal and share behind the scene things and what's happening in my life. So if you're interested, there's a link in the description below where you can subscribe. Alright, let's go over our ingredients now. So we really only need shrimp and a little bit of salt. That's it. Well, besides some water and ice. But I want to go over the type of shrimp to use. The most common type used in Japan is called kuruma ebi, or Japanese tiger prawns, which is not so common over here in the States. So most restaurants will use black tiger shrimp or something very similar to that. And I recommend using a size no smaller than 21 to 25. These are white shrimp at 1620, which I believe is the extra jumbo size. And I'll be using 5 of these for this video, but of course you can make more or less. And then just 1 teaspoon of salt. Simple as that. Let's move on. Alright, first we need to skewer these guys so that it stays straight when we cook it. So we're going to need some of these short bamboo skewers. These are about 6 inches long and you can find them at most Asian markets, or Amazon sells them of course. Now, before anything else, we want to soak these in some water for about 5 to 10 minutes, which will make it easier to skewer the shrimp. Alright, now we're going to start skewering. So first off, you want to hold the shrimp straight with the belly side up and tail away from you. And then now, we insert the skewer into this head end, right under where the shell is, along the belly side. And make sure to keep the shrimp straight, and then slowly push in the skewer until it reaches all the way to the tail. Just like that. And you want the shrimp to stay nice and straight, just like this. Now we just do the same thing for the rest. Alright, now let's bring a pot of water to a boil. And make sure to have enough water in there so that the shrimp will be fully submerged. Now we just add in the salt. Okay, once it's fully boiling, we're going to toss these in here. And we want to cook this for about 2 to 3 minutes, depending on the size. These are pretty large, so I'll cook them for about 2.5 to 3 minutes. And at this time, you want to get a bowl of ice water ready. After the shrimp's done cooking, we're going to transfer it into the ice bath so that it stops it from overcooking. Okay, it's been about 3 minutes, so I'm going to take these out. And you can tell that these are done because the color of the shell turns bright orange, and also if you look over here, the inside meat is fully white. You can also feel that it's become more firm. So we'll just move this over to the ice bath. And then we'll let this cool for a few minutes. Alright, now we're just going to take out all the skewers. So we just hold the shrimp in one hand, pretty firm, and then gently pull the stick out. And sometimes it may help to kind of twist it out if they're getting stuck. Okay, now we're going to peel off the shell, but we want to make sure to keep the tail on. So I like to start from the head and then peel our way to the tail. And then I also like to take the stinger part off as well, this part. They're pretty sharp and I've been poked too many times by these suckers. So yeah, it may be personal. Now be careful when you're taking this off though, because sometimes the tail rips off with it. And then also on this other side, there'll be this small clear piece hanging off. I know it's a little hard to see, but this little guy right here. Now you don't really need to take it off, but I like to so that it looks cleaner. And you can just kind of pinch it off like that. Now we do the same thing for the rest. Alright, now we're going to butterfly these open. So lay the shrimp down with the belly side up and the tail end facing away from you. Just like this. Now align the tip of the knife right at the base of the tail and make sure the blade is along the center, like all the way down. And then with a small sawing motion, you want to carefully slice into it, but not all the way through. Just enough where it opens. Okay, watch. Okay, just like that. Now we're just going to put this in a bowl of cold water, and then we're just doing the same thing for the rest. Alright, now we're going to wash out all the entrails in here. And then pat these dry with some paper towels. Okay, from here, we're going to do some final detail cutting. And this is optional, but it'll make the shrimp look cleaner, and you know how important presentation is when it comes to sushi. So first, I like to round out the edge here on the head end, just this very corner right here. We're going to cut a little bit off, maybe about a 1/4 inch or so, not any more than that. Just like that. Now the final step is to trim a little bit off of the tail here so that it makes a nice clean V shape, again for presentation. So lay the shrimp down like this. Now I'm right-handed, so I'm going to face the tail towards my right. And then the belly side is facing towards me. Now we're going to cut off roughly about half of the tail, but at an angle like this. And make sure you're angling the knife in the right direction or else it won't turn into a V. And we're not really slicing it, more so just push down on the knife. Okay, so watch. Just like this. Alright, and that is it. Great job! And I know this process can be a bit tedious, but trust me, the quality is much better than pre-packaged shrimp for sushi, and it is well worth the extra work. Now, if you're looking for a written version of this, then just go to page 55 in my book, under Fish and Seafood Preparation. And if you don't know about my book, well then, where you been? It's called How to Make Sushi at Home, a fundamental guide for beginners and beyond. And it's packed with sushi knowledge just like this. Not only do I teach how to prepare fish and seafood, but also how to source it, cut it, make it into all different types of sushi like nigiri sushi, maki sushi, temaki, chirashi, sashimi of course. I mean, it goes on and on. So if you're looking for a simple, easy to follow, but extensive sushi guidebook, then look no further. Links are in the description below for those that are interested. And if you like this video, then you'll definitely want to check out my shrimp tempura roll recipes by going to this video right over here. Alright, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button if you're enjoying my content. And as always, feel free to leave any questions or comments below. I'll see you on the next one. ありがとうございます。